Okay, so let's look at the Mastery Math Lab course and how the first module is set up to work. So here's what it looks like. We've got Mastery Pre-Quiz. We've got the error analysis form. We've got some video and written lessons. Then there's the request for remastery and the final mastery test. And so they do the pre-quiz. If they get that right, you'll be excusing them from the rest of this. If they get less than 90%, then it unlocks the rest of this and they have to go through it step by step, item by item. Okay. Let's see. All of this will unlock for students as soon as they complete the mastery pre-quiz. The only exception to that is the mastery test itself, which right now I've made it invisible to students. So this will need to be manually unlocked for each student once they're ready to take that. And that'll be based on the request that you get through this request for remastery that hopefully will just be going directly to your email because it's a Google form. So let me log in as our test student and I will show you sort of the process here. And for this first example, we will assume that the student scored less than 90 on the pre-test. Okay, so that they basically have to do the module now. Okay, so here I am, and I did my place value pre-test. That's what the check in this case means. It doesn't mean that I mastered it, it just means that I turned it in. Okay, so you can see I've updated the directions a little bit to make it more clear. 90% score or higher. Email your instructor, let them know to excuse you from the rest of the module. Less than 90%, complete the rest of the module. And you can see I got a 4 out of 20. So I can see my results there if I want to go over those. Then I click next. And here's my error analysis form. Students can click on this to download the form. And then every question they got wrong, they complete that. Then they submit that form back to Canvas. Okay, so they cannot move on until they've turned in something here. And then it will unlock the next item automatically. So I'm going to have to find something to turn in. It needs to be a PDF, like a scanned document or a picture. It could be a PNG or a JPEG file. So here's my error analysis PDF. Open that. You can see it here. Error analysis 1. Oops. I just deleted it. Let me add it back on. Okay, submit the assignment. That says my assignment is turned in. And so now I can actually click that next button and I can move on now that I turned in my analysis. I can watch the videos. I can click next. You can look at these examples. Okay, I can go through all the examples. Let me just go back to this module screen. So now Canvas is showing me, okay, I did the pre-test. I turned in the error analysis form. I can unlock these. I can look at these. And now I have a request for remastery, and that's what I do last. And just also notice that here in the student view, that final mastery test is invisible, right? They don't see anything here yet, so they can't actually do anything yet until we set it up for them. So here I am as the student. I'm going to go in, type in my name, what module I'm requesting, fill out my answers here, click submit. Once they click submit, as long as the Google form was attached to your email, you should get the notification that you have a new one of these turned in. And then at that point, you can go ahead and unlock the mastery test for them. So there's going to be 2 steps to doing that. So again, let's just assume that the student clicked submit, you got that notification in your email, and now you're going to unlock the mastery test for them. Let me show you how to do that. So I'm going to go, now I'm back as the teacher, and I'm going to go to modules, and there's 2 things that I need to do. First, I'm going to give them a score on the request for remastery, and that's just good documentation showing that they turned it in. So here's that assignment. Notice it says it does not count toward the final grade, but we can keep track of who has submitted these and who hasn't. You can see there's the form again. So to track this, we're going to click on Speed Grader. We're going to find our student, which I was the test student, student 2. And for grade, I'm just going to put complete. Okay, click sort of outside of the drop-down menu. That's how you know that Canvas saved this as complete. You don't need to add comments here, but you can. And that score is saved. That one is done. Okay, so I know they turned that in. The second thing we need to do is open up this mastery quiz for them. So open up the quiz. Click the edit button. And once this loads, you're going to scroll all the way down to the assign to area. And then you're going to start typing in that student's name. So student, you can see they should pop up right away. Here's my student 2. And now this is what opens up the quiz to the student. So it won't be invisible anymore. The student can now see it and complete it. So let me click save. You can just click continue here. Okay, and that's all set. Let me go back to our test student so you can see how the module has been updated for them so that they can progress to that final mastery quiz. So you can see here in the student view, I have some recent feedback. I completed my request for remastery, so they get that information. And then under the modules, you can see there's a check here now, and then the mastery test is now open. And if I score at least 16, that's going to give me the final check. And then I get the big check mark right here, which means I've mastered the entire module.